Well, hello everyone, and welcome to Wish Upon a Run's 1 year celebration, right, Kristen?
Yeah, I just cannot believe that a year has gone by since our channel kind of took its first leap.
By the way.
Congratulations, high fives. It was not at all what we expected. And I thought we have to go live, one, to celebrate.
Yes.
And two, we have to tell our story because it has been a roller coaster and not at all what we envisioned.
Yes, no, you're right. And I just want to say thank you everyone for joining us tonight here. Thank you for joining us on YouTube, and I think our stream is out on our Facebook channel as well. So if you're joining us from Facebook, welcome there as well. We've been kind of on a hiatus since Princess Weekend. We've kind of taken a little break. And we're back for our 1 year anniversary celebration-ish, right?
Well, we want to talk about us. We want to talk about you guys.
Oh yeah, more importantly, we want to talk about you guys.
Yeah, and we want to talk
your
about
accomplishments, our accomplishments, our accomplishments together, right?
And what is going to go on in the future. So, Adam, again, thank you to everybody. We can't say it enough. We are so happy to be here a year in advance with over 1,400 subscribers, almost over 1,400 people on Facebook that follow us. It's just been amazing. And it's mainly because of you guys, the stories that you tell us, the encouragement, and just the excitement of the Run Disney community and just the running community. It is amazing to be able to give back to all of you guys, especially during a year where some people could say it's been really tough. It has been tough. I think all of us have persevered on the extra mile, if you could say. And we just want to spend today talking about that from your perspective, from our perspective, and we've got a lot to celebrate. So before that, Adam, why don't you tell them about this crazy YouTube idea that you came to me with and I was not having it?
Gosh, I think it was over a year ago. We were going to go to Discovery Cove, and I was going to Discovery Cove for the first time, and I was going to surprise you for your birthday. And so I was looking at YouTube videos to try and figure out like how to best accomplish going to this water park for the first time. And as it turns out, I was like, man, I could do this. I could make some YouTube videos to help people understand things better. I was like, man, I could do this better, I think. But so I came to Kristen and I said, we should start a YouTube channel to tell people, since we're local, what's going on with Run Disney. Since we're here and we are always talking about it anyway. It was always social media all the time.
We're in love with it.
We were always talking about it, and we said there's so many people out there who aren't involved like we are, and it would just be really cool to kind of share that experience, right?
Yeah, and I think we were hot off the trail of Adam's really exciting marathon.
It was exciting for you too, but we
was.
had done it. We both together had done the marathon live for TV station,
Local television.
So we carried a camera live and did all of that, and that was so exciting. And we wanted to kind of continue that momentum, right?
Yeah, it was really cool to. I wasn't so much on television. Adam was.
You were there running in front of me.
Yeah, Adam called me his running coach.
You're my coach.
So, yeah.
Duh.
So,
of course you're my running
so
coach.
we were kind of off the heels of that, and that was a big endeavor to do a full marathon live on TV.
It's rough, yeah.
Check out our videos. Adam's got a couple videos about that experience. It's fascinating, kind of what he did to make that happen and the technology behind it.
Just want to say welcome, Pixie Dust Run. Thank you for being here. Two fab dudes. Josh, thank you so much for being here. Running Dad, YYC, you've been with us all the time here. Thank you guys for joining us tonight. This night's about you guys and about us.
Yeah, sure. And this is the marathon. Adam said, I think we should start a YouTube channel.
She wasn't for it.
I wasn't really excited.
She was not for it.
And so that's all up Adam's alley. It's not really.
Princess Weekend was coming up, and I don't even think we were registered. So
no, we weren't registered. He said, I'll find us a registration, and you show up, and we'll film it.
And we're going to show people what this Run Disney is about. Because I was spending time on YouTube trying to figure out if there were any testimonials or any how-tos to, if you wanted to start doing Run Disney, how to even go about it. So... I said maybe we could probably try to do this ourselves. So.
Yeah, so we went and did the Princess Marathon, and we then took a Disney cruise. That was just some leisure.
Yeah.
And on that Disney cruise is when everything about this virus overseas was getting to be a really big deal, and we didn't really know how that would affect us. We didn't really think much of it because the cruise was one of the last cruises that Disney sent out.
Man, we were on one of the last two cruises,
Leap
I think.
Day.
Yeah.
Over Leap Day.
Yeah.
So we got back like March 2nd or 3rd. And so we did it to do the Castaway K 5K. We have a fun video of that too.
We did the Castaway K 5K, which
again,
was awesome.
like it was just footage that we decided to put together, and we were filming since we were on there.
But then we came back, and wow, like everything just. So we were talking about a year ago exactly. Everything just stopped. And, we got this notification. We were just talking about, where were you when you heard that the Walt Disney World parks were closing? And we were talking about, wow, like all of a sudden just. Bam, the parks are going to close.
Yeah, I think Adam was working, and I think I was working too. And so this channel that we were getting ready to launch, and so our first video got uploaded to YouTube on March 9th. That is our what we consider our YouTube anniversary and of last year.
Yep.
And we put up some princess stuff, and then that's when the announcement was made on the 11th. That is 1 year ago today that the parks were closing.
Yeah.
And then on the 15th of March, and then the hotels would close soon after on the 19th.
We were stunned. I mean, we were stunned. Disney, I mean, it takes a Cat 5 hurricane to close Disney. And even that, they stay open for guests in their hotels. So, I mean, since it's been open in the 50 years, there have been only a couple of times that Disney has closed its doors. So we were super just, whoa, what is this? And then I was at work and Kristen called me and she said, hey, I have this idea. She said, so the parks are closing, which means we don't know when they're going to reopen. It also means that we are not going to be able to run at the boardwalk. And we used to go run at the boardwalk 3, 4, 5 times a week. So I was like, wait, we can't go run at the boardwalk anymore? She's like, well, what if we made a video of running at the boardwalk so that we could play it for ourselves? Because I like to run on the treadmill a lot. So we could use it, but more importantly, so everybody else could. And I said, this is kind of a genius idea. We had 2 days before the resorts were set to close. And we said, how many resorts can we get to? How many resorts can we get to?
What can we get to in
Disney
2
Springs.
days?
And you went to Disney Springs?
In between our regular job.
And there was, we have this recording, this POV at Disney Springs. and there is nobody there. It is creepy. We called it like Ghost Town Disney Springs because it was empty.
So
there were like 5 people in all of Disney Springs in the middle of the day, like on a sunny, beautiful day. It was just creepy, right?
I filmed Disney Springs, Ghost Town, and Adam filmed Boardwalk, Sunset.
Yeah.
And they were done on the same day.
Mm-hmm.
And I ended up catching up with Adam at the end of his Boardwalk Sunset because I filmed Disney Springs, Ghost Town on the last day before it closed. And then I rushed over to Port Orleans around the corner. And the security guard, I was very frank with him. I just said, hey, I just want to film a quick video. I didn't lie to him. I said, I'll be in and out in 20 minutes. And he said, okay, because they were closing. So he just, I don't even know how he allowed me, but I did, and I was honest. And that was the making of the Port Orleans video, which also has almost nobody in there.
Adriana, thank you so much for the congratulations. A big shout out to everybody here who's on the chat tonight.
For sure. If Adriana's on the line, I know how much this has hit your family, and we miss Stevie D as the host at all of the races, and we thank you for watching today because we miss you guys too.
We do. We miss the live events more than anybody else, I think. And well, I mean, it's hard to say that. Everybody misses them so much, but it's hard to think of a whole year without Run Disney, and it has now been a whole year without it.
It has been a whole year, which is wild because it really coincided with this vision and this channel that we had one thought of just kind of talking about our experience and doing some races, and then it turned into these POVs and how can we encourage and help people at home through a really tough time, and running can be an outlet, and Adam knows that as much as I do.
If I wake up in the morning feeling a little depressed for whatever reason, who knows, maybe it's nothing, maybe you just wake up and you're just kind of blah. For me, it's always been, okay, you need to get your butt out of bed and you need to run. And once you do that, I remember coming to you after I go for a 3-mile run and going, oh my gosh, I feel so much better. Like like whatever gunk that was depressing me, gone.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't real, it was just chemical, it was in there, it just needed to get out. And I've used that as an outlet. I know you have, and I know many of you at home have used running as an outlet for the same reason. Maybe you're having a bad day, or maybe for no reason at all, you just need to clean the gunk out of your system, right? And running does that for me more than anything else. And so I know, like for me, when I would get home from work and I'd say, hey, let's go run at the boardwalk, and you say, let's do it.
Yeah.
Like that was the great ending part of our day. And I knew we weren't going to get that anymore. And then now the parks were closed, and we're like, well, how are we going to give people these great experiences? We started riding our bikes around Disney, our road bikes.
Yeah.
So we have some great POVs of us riding the roads, because the roads were still open, and the roads are technically, it's part of Reedy Creek, so it's part of the community, so they didn't close the roads down. So actually it became a mecca to road bikers, because there was nobody, there was gangs of road bikers. You know what I'm talking about? The guys with like the luge type suits on, like gangs of them were biking over at Disney because the roads were so great for it.
Yeah.
We weren't quite doing that, but we were going for a big like 20-mile loop around property on our road bikes, and it was fantastic.
Yeah. Hi, Jesse.
Hi.
Nice to see you.
Hi, guys.
Yeah, that's some great videos too from that week. I feel like it was just pounding out there when the channel began to get content that was different content out to people to kind of get into a new normal.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you don't want it to be that way, but it's now we're a year in and things are happening. And we at the time didn't even know what would happen with Star Wars.
Yeah.
Oh man, I remember how devastated I was. Like I had no idea what was in front of us, and I was so sad when Star Wars, and we did our first kind of virtual half marathon at home. And we dressed up, and we dressed our dog up.
We did the Star Wars half right in our backyard. And we said we're gonna get lasers, and I borrowed some like lasers and smoke machines from work, and said we're gonna like do this up like crazy, and it was fun.
Yeah. So we have had a great time, kind of changing our view of how we run, kind of how we incorporate Disney, bringing Disney to you guys.
And we were never going to do this. Like, it was never, ever in our playbook to do this.
Yeah.
Like, one day, Kristen, like, don't get me wrong, I love this. The background in TV, I love this. I couldn't get her to do this fast enough. But I remember she came to me one day and she's like, I think we need to do like a live chat or a chat to everybody. And it was sometime, I think, around when the first race got canceled.
Yeah.
And everyone was kind of at home in quarantine, we could tell everyone was just overcome and they needed an outlet and they needed someone to talk about it.
Yeah.
And we were like, well, let's get everybody together. That's why I love looking down on my computer screen and seeing this live chat right now, because you guys are talking to each other and that is probably the coolest thing ever. And so we just wanted to give other Disney runners an outlet, or just runners or walkers or people who love Disney, an outlet to talk about their frustrations and, you know, talk about how much it stinks to not have a race. And so we started doing those weekly at the Disney Springs, and that quickly became the best day of the week for me.
That was the best day of the week, yeah.
Yeah.
But full disclosure, when Disney Springs started really ramping up and the parks open, it got so busy. It's so busy there right now.
Yeah.
Yes, it is spring break, but I will tell you, you could go on a Tuesday in January, and it's packed. So we would love to go back to Disney Springs, but it just wasn't. It's just not like it was. It's super busy.
Yeah, it's so busy, so busy. But since then, we have compiled a database of POVs of every single Walt Disney World resort, sans 2 right now.
Yeah.
We're still trying to figure out a fun, creative way to the Animal Kingdom Lodge. Because you poor people.
I have an idea.
We do. We're not sharing
Adam's
it yet.
not.
I'm
I
on
think
board.
Adam's not on board with my
I'm
idea.
on board. But you poor souls who stay at the Animal Kingdom Lodge and try to run. So we're gonna try and go through and do a POV there.
We've got some thoughts.
And the All-Star resorts, we can't get over there because they're not open yet.
Oh, they will be soon.
And we haven't really been to Bay Lake Tower, although Bay Lake Tower does have a cool little like circle path. So maybe it's very small.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like. Yeah, we'll see about that.
I will tell you, though, what I have discovered, there were some resorts that I've never been to, even living here for as long as I have, that are fantastic for running, like Coronado.
I love Coronado.
You guys are going to shame me, but I had never been running at Hourglass Lake before over at the Pop Century.
Yeah.
Wow, that's kind of game changer stuff. It is really
beautiful.
Amazing, and that's something that Run Disney runners have known for a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're working on these POVs. We've got a couple of them coming out in the pipeline.
Yes.
We also want to keep up with kind of new POVs. You know, Epcot changes festivals.
Oh, and then we decided we were going to do a live half marathon and full marathon.
Yes, for the year, you know, in our year looking back.
And a big shout out to our super fan who provided a water stop for us at Magic Kingdom while we were doing our Princess Half.
Princess Half, yep. There's lots of you guys, of our viewers who were here for Princess, who came to see us and said hello, that we saw.
I can't tell you how weird it is to be a nobody at the park and have people come up to you and go, oh my gosh, it's you, Kristen and Adam. I can't believe that happened. So and it did.
So it is
was
pretty
crazy.
cool. Yeah, it is pretty exciting. You know, to see people and like say hello and kind of put
names
more
to faces,
names and a face and
yeah.
more than just like the little picture icon that you have.
Right.
So you know what, we've had a lot of personal achievements
Bob K is
over
with
the
us
year.
again.
Oh,
Hi,
Bob. We have had a lot of personal achievements. I think for me, it is, you know, before I go into that, you know, we've talked a lot about what we did. I'd love to see in the chat, you know, what you're most proud of. If you have a running achievement, or just maybe there was a day in your mind that you really just got off the couch and, you know,
I want to see some people in this chat here, because we had some of these people in the chat, I know, that had some really amazing, astonishing accomplishments that they did either on our live stream or through some of the POVs. I know we get private messages from people that say, hey, your POVs like got me off the couch and helped me make it through a rough winter.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'd love to see, and what we're working on for our anniversary celebration this week and next week is I would love to compile a video that we can play next week when it's live of pictures of all of you and all of your accomplishments. So we're going to start a Facebook post, and we would love all of you to post your pictures of your running accomplishments over the past year. Any running accomplishment that you're proud of, or just a picture of you like getting off the couch to go for a walk. We want to see those, and I'm going to put them into a video. Here's the caveat. I need at least 20 pictures. So 20 people have to send me some pictures here. We'll put a link and a comment thread up on our Facebook channel, which is, because we can't do it on YouTube, so at runDisney Daily on Facebook. Head over there, find us, and even if you just go to Facebook and type in "Wish Upon a Run," you'll find us. But post some pictures. We'd love to see them.
We're gonna I'll put up a thread. Probably I'm gonna schedule it for like Saturday morning. There's a lot of our viewers who tend to check Facebook and participate on Saturday mornings. So I'm gonna schedule it for that and put a thread together to put your picture out where you want to do a cool video of like, here's the Run Disney community, and we want to put together a video that will air, I guess you could say, next week. Next Thursday, of just, a look back at the excitement and the milestones that you guys have had. So talking about like my personal achievement, like I couldn't believe that the marathon times that I had, I ran virtually the Hawaii Marathon here in Orlando.
You rocked it.
And that was the best that I've done. I think it was 5 hours and 8 minutes.
Yeah, it was amazing.
And I did my half portion in like 2:10. So that was definitely one of the best times that I've had in my career. And I think I've talked about it before. I've been running for about 10 years. Never really seriously, but now I am with Adam because he runs every day. I still don't run every day, just so you know, but he does.
We have a friend who's a podiatrist, and he said, I think your feet would probably not be in such bad shape if you just didn't run every day. I said, that's really an option. He's like, well, your feet will get better. You just need to not run every day. So, dealing with it.
Not good.
Just dealing with it. Just dealing with it.
So Adam, why don't you tell me, what do you feel like was your biggest accomplishment?
Gosh, you're putting me on the spot here.
I know.
Yeah, I think my biggest accomplishment was just not losing ground. I don't think I gained any ground. I'm just really happy that I was able to get over some injuries that I had that were pretty crippling early on. This time last year, I couldn't run more than 1.5 miles because of some issues I was having. So I think for me, really my biggest accomplishment this year is that I kept going. I could have stopped. I could have said this hurts too much. So I think for me, my biggest accomplishment was doing that. And I know this sounds super cheesy, but my second biggest accomplishment is putting together POVs that I knew that people were going to use and people were waiting for every Tuesday to do their run with. And I was right there running. I made sure, in fact, Kristen would always make fun of me because the night before or the day before, I would take the POV that I had made and I would run with it before I would release it, because I would say, I can't send this to people if I can't run to it.
Oh, yeah.
So I'd be down there running to it and I'd be like, she's like, what are you doing? I'm like, well, I have to run to the POV before I send it out to everybody. What if there's a problem with it and like it makes people fall off their treadmills? Yeah. So I really enjoyed that part a lot. And I feel bad we haven't had a POV in the last couple of weeks because we've been taking a break. But
no, we
do have a new one coming out soon that you guys are going to like. For sure.
But in fairness, Adam's not totally truthful. I had told him that it was important to me to resurrect. We have so many new viewers and subscribers that it was important for me to come back to some of these videos and this footage that I feel that you guys will never, ever get to see. Like with the Ghost Town Disney Springs video, like some of these that we shot.
Dad YYC says thank you. You're welcome.
Yeah. Oh, and yeah, Running Dad YYC did the Dopey 2020.
Wow.
That's pretty awesome.
That is awesome.
You know,
high five.
I know, that's a super high five. You know, and so we haven't put out new videos on purpose. I asked him not to because I wanted to be able to tell people who might have not gone back to look at some of those earlier videos, some of this footage that I feel like I will never see again. I'll never get to walk this like down Main Street when the first day it came back and do that Magic Kingdom with maybe it was only a couple hundred people that went in the first we were able to do the pass holder day.
Yeah, we were there like the second day. The first day the park was open was for cast members, and the second day was for pass holders. And we were there in the Magic Kingdom when they opened up that second day. There was you could hear a pin drop.
It was and so I think like sharing the ghost town, the boardwalk sunset, everybody seems to love. That's got really high views. But and also, you know, the Port Orleans and some of the biking videos that you'll never get to go through Walt Disney World property without seeing a single car.
Yeah.
It was an experience that I have never thought in my lifetime that I would see. It was
creepy.
So it's exciting to me to share that and talk about it again a year later.
And it's not so impactful if you don't live here, but if you live here and you're used to driving the streets around Walt Disney World every day, and it is just a madhouse, crazy all the time, and then all of a sudden you're there and you're the only vehicle that you can see for miles and miles and miles.
Yeah.
Creepy.
Yeah. Hi, Tammy. Thank you.
Hi. Welcome. So I think what we need to really talk about is where do we go from here? What does the future look like for Wish Upon a Run? Oh, we had a name change. We forgot to talk about that.
Well,
we
were real nervous.
Didn't really think that anybody was going to watch this besides me using it to run POVs with, so that I could put them in my iPad and
we
put them
didn't
up
think
in front
about
of the
like
treadmill.
important stuff like legalities or anything.
No, exactly. But where do we go from here? And I think the next year for us, I want it to be all about our viewers and all about the people at home. And I would love to be able to keep giving the same kind of inspiration that I think everybody is giving to each other here on the live chat, which is awesome. And I think one of the things that's really important for me that I do in the next coming year is that I would really love to tell my story about why I started running. And if you feel comfortable, I want you to tell your story about why you started running, because nobody just starts running for no reason. Well, maybe you do. Or maybe you've been running.
There's usually some spark.
Or maybe you've been running your whole life. Or maybe it's just your hobby. Maybe you started in high school in track and field, or cross country or something. But I definitely abruptly started running about 3 years ago, and I would love to share that story. It's very personal, and I've been thinking over the last couple of weeks and months, like how to tell that story.
Yeah.
So for me, coming up in the next year, that's something that I really want to get into, and it's something really personal. But I think that Kristen and I have talked about it, and it's something that we want to share with you all because you deserve it. You deserve to hear that. If it helps you in any kind of way to understand or realize what's going on with you, I think that's why it's important.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, and I think that just hearing other people's stories is encouraging, is motivating for you to hear that. I think that was conversations that Adam and I have had, when he talks about being in the news and broadcast industry, everybody focuses on the winners. Like when you watch the Boston Marathon or you watch like the Ironman on TV that they used to do, like all they care about is the people who are winning. And I feel like I told him originally is that the best stories are the people at the end.
She made the newscast happen. It was funny because the station I was working for, we were the official broadcast partner with Walt Disney World for the marathon. And I remember having a conversation with Kristen where she said, I saw last year's coverage and it was good, but it was the winner. It was just the winner. And she said, people run Disney, they don't care about the winner. It's about just the struggle of finishing.
The perseverance.
And so she was talking to me about this, and I'm like, are you kidding me? I'm like, you're totally right. So I remember going in and talking to some of the people I work with and some of the people who make decisions. And I said, hey, I said, I think we focused a lot on the winners and the elite runners a lot. I said, I think that people are going to enjoy the story of the person who, had a lot of struggles and was still be able to run and was still able to finish or even just started the race. And I think that the producers went with that. And I think that's why I had never run a marathon before, but I was in the satellite truck, like I was part of the production team. And so I remember the day that my boss came to me and he said, hey, you were talking about that, everyday person running a marathon. Can we get you to run the marathon with a camera? And
I was already registered.
And it's funny, I wasn't, because I'd never run a marathon. And it's funny, I didn't think I ever could.
Yeah.
I said half marathon, maybe. That scared me. But I said I could never run a full marathon. And so when work asked me to do it, that was the motivation I needed, where I said, yes, I can do it. Mm-hmm. Did I know I could do it? No. But that gave me like that kick that I needed to say, yeah, let's do this. We can do this. Yeah. And I think that we definitely, that year, our coverage of the marathon was more about the last corrals instead of the first ones.
Yeah. Well, yeah. And it's not to say the people who are super fast don't put in the time, don't put in the work. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, they deserve accolades. Yeah.
You guys do. Like, I'll never be in that category. No. And believe me, it's superhuman how fast some people can run. But there's power and excitement in just us just talking to you guys in the live chat, and just because everybody knows part of running, and that's a part of using that for its advantage in your life. And I think that's what's great about our channel, and what we found super rewarding, because this is just a hobby. Like, it's just something that we do out of enjoyment. And we hope that we've brought you guys all of the excitement and the energy that we feel in making it. And we want to keep trying to do that.
We do.
So I have no idea where runDisney will go.
And that's the thing. The future of runDisney, I think, is super unknown. So do you want me to tell you my thoughts on this? So I had an epiphany. I had an epiphany the other day. It was right before Princess Weekend. And I was thinking, we were talking about when live races would come back. And I said, you know what? I said, live runDisney races are not going to come back until the face covering policy at Walt Disney World goes away. That's the key factor. I think I nailed, like, I don't want to say it, but I think I nailed it with that. I think that live races will come back as soon as you don't have to wear a face covering. And Disney has already said that that's not going to happen until at least 2022.
Yeah.
So I think that means, unfortunately, bad news for live races for the coming future. Sorry for the downer, everyone.
So, I mean, that's our opinion.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It makes sense, when you think about things like that.
Mm-hmm.
So we've kind of been cautiously optimistic. They haven't put out any dates.
Pixie Dust Run, she ran her first full marathon in 2016 at Walt Disney World. Never ran a marathon before. Dreams do come true. And now I'm addicted to runDisney. Can't wait to run live again. That's awesome.
Yeah, I know. It only takes one time. Mm-hmm. Well, it's just a magical experience. There's nothing like running a Disney race. I have been at races everywhere in many different states, and there's nothing like it. I don't try to have a personal record at Disney. I'm not interested in that. I'm so fun. Interested. It's the experience of it is, there's none other. So, I mean, I think that these videos are the best we can do, and we are happy to bring it to you guys to the best of our ability. And I hope that live races will come back soon. But you're right. Like,
hope so too.
I think that Disney struggles that if they don't want to have anybody on property that doesn't have a mask on. Like, they're very strict about that. And they take it very super seriously. So
they have people strategically placed
for them to change that.
At the iconic places in parks, like in front of the castle, for sure. They have, they're in yellow shirts, and their only job is to make sure that you do not take a picture with your mask off. I mean, I'm serious. They will stand there on your shoulder and watch you. In fact, I heard one guy go, because one guy was like, I'm just doing it. I'm taking the picture. And he goes, that is not something you want to do, sir. Is that a fight you want to fight with me right now? And I'm like, this is coming from Disney employees. It floored me. I could not believe it.
Yeah.
So they are, they're not going to budge on that.
So they wouldn't be able, because their policy is so rigid and strict, I don't see how they would put on a Run Disney race that kind of counteracts that. I think they would have some trouble with that, you know, PR wise, you know. I'm not saying that I'm not saying I agree with it. I feel like they can put on a race if they want to. I think that just the public outcry is rough right now.
And I just think it's going to be really hard for them to put on a race with people required to wear face coverings for health reasons. I think that's just not going to happen.
In Florida?
Yeah, it's just it's going to be hard.
No.
It's going to be hard. But there's been a lot of other things that we've been working on, ideas with things to share with everyone. As of recently, myself and Kristen have started doing some live streaming for another channel that you may have heard of, which is Streaming the Magic, a much larger Facebook and YouTube presence for just general Disney. So head on over to Streaming the Magic on Facebook. They're also their Facebook is a lot more active. But please head over to their YouTube too. Just Streaming the Magic, and you will see myself and Kristen there a little bit doing some live streams. I was at the Magic Kingdom this morning doing the rope drop for them over there. So
it's a little bit on the theme park side of things.
Yeah, lots of great content.
So they needed some help, and so we are doing some things with them.
Yeah.
And so, we went to opening day at Blizzard Beach, and
we did
a little bit of theme parking.
Blizzard Beach was awesome. Yeah, so Streaming the Magic sent us over there opening day, and there were all of like 6 people there. It was, in their defense, it was super, super cold. So normally they wouldn't even open the water park, it being that cold, but it was opening day. So thanks to that, we were able to go over there and
that's another thing for the future. You can catch us over there too. That doesn't mean that we're not doing things for this channel. Just a little bit of variety.
We still love you guys.
That came with an opportunity to work with the other channel as well.
Yeah.
So, Running Dad YYC, he said that each race of his dopey was a personal worst. You know what?
That's awesome. You did it.
Because, you know what? I used to have a shirt, Adam.
Yeah.
I never got to show you because it wasn't, the size didn't fit me real well.
Okay.
But I used to have a shirt that said, I'm not slow, I'm just enjoying, I'm just getting my money's worth. So it said, I'm not slow, I'm just getting my money's worth. And it had a Run Disney Mickey on the top.
Well, I used to be so anti-running and like 5 years ago, like, oh, you're going for a run? Like, oh, why are you doing that? That some friends of mine, you know those magnets that you can put on cars? Somebody put a 0.0 magnet on my car. And it took me probably a week to find out that it was there. And I'm like, who put the 0.0 magnet on my car? And I wasn't even mad. I'm like, yep, sounds about right.
Wow, times have changed.
Take that one off and put the 26.2 on there. Or the dopey one. We did the dopey, technically, let's see, Adam, do you, Running Dad, YYC says, Adam, do you get to ride the rides when Streaming the Magic? I haven't seen it yet. Yeah, head on over there. There's a lot of POVs, a lot of ride POVs that they put up on their Facebook page. Just recently, I did a couple of them. So totally get to ride rides.
We went down the water slide with the camera.
I took the, we'll probably, that hasn't been posted yet, but it will be soon over at Streaming the Magic.
Well, we were live.
Oh, we did. Yeah,
we were live.
If you
talking about the live stream.
Yeah, that's true. On our live stream, we did go down the rafts. What are they called? They were called
the family raft.
The family raft.
The name escaped me.
Yeah, I can't remember what the name is, but it's the longest raft ride in the world. Awesome raft ride. We did that live. And then just recently, I did a bunch of POVs. I did like the Mickey's Runaway Railway and Tower of Terror.
Yeah.
Did a couple today, Pirates of the Caribbean and Jungle Cruise. So you can look for some of those. So that's kind of fun too. So get on over there and check them out. They're there.
Yeah, one thing we should note is that we do want to keep our channel focused on running.
Yes, exactly.
So anything that is on this channel, we don't, even though we're at the theme parks, and we might post this stuff on our personal pages on Facebook about like some activities and things that we do over there, we really don't put general park information like on this channel. We just felt like that's covered by many very lovely channels. Everybody
that are
knows
way better at it than us.
the big ones like Resort
Yes.
TV One,
Yeah.
like the Tim Tracker, you know, Rick's Flicks, you know, Prince Charming Dev. Like there's some very big channels, and that was never anything that we wanted to do. We are doing the stuff with Streaming the Magic. There was some opportunity there, but that's nothing. But we would never be used. In case you're thinking, like, would you ever put that kind of stuff on this channel? No, we want to keep this channel for our running enthusiasm
we want to stay on
Disney.
topic, and occasionally we'll cover things like fireworks and that kind of.
Oh, yeah.
You better believe me, if fireworks come back, that's gonna be on our channel.
Oh, we'll put that on the channel. Sure.
Yes.
Yeah. And we're gonna stream the 50th. So Adam's working out some stuff, but I know I have reservations.
She has reservations.
I will be there.
The Magic
the
Kingdom.
moment the Magic Kingdom opens on the
October
50th.
Yep, on October 1st. And I have reservations, which actually turned out pretty good. I have reservations over for Epcot October 1st, which was announced is the day that Ratatouille at the France Pavilion will be opening. We thought that ride was going to open so much earlier. We were so upset.
Well, I'm upset. This poses a big problem for me, Adam.
Hey, you can come after 2.
When the line is
We'll
5
switch.
hours long.
After 2, I can go to the Magic Kingdom and you can go to
Yeah.
say hi in the parking lot.
I know. So my favoriteest ride. I love the movie Ratatouille.
Yep.
I told Adam, oh my gosh, I don't care what it is. I will be on that Ratatouille ride no matter what happens. Well, of course, they announced it for the 50th, and there's no way, there's no chance I will miss Magic Kingdom's 50th birthday. My mom works on Main Street in the confectionery, so I know she's super excited about it. So I'm excited for that reason. I'm excited for just the general atmosphere that day. And so I had to make a real hard decision about what is more important, Ratatouille or Magic Kingdom's 50th birthday. Well,
we'll try
I'm
and
going
do
to
both.
Magic Kingdom.
We'll try and do both. We'll figure it out. Nicole says, Princess Half 2020 was my first race, further than a 5K. This last year hasn't been what I imagined, not for anybody. In my post-race high, but I'm grateful to at least have virtual races in your content for motivation. So thank you, Nicole, so much for that.
Oh, I know. Thank
Yeah,
you.
thank you.
Congratulations, too.
Yes. Josh from Two Fab Dudes says thinking 2022 sounds about right, too,
Yeah.
for live races.
And Danielle is telling us she's hoping for a soft opening. Girl, let me tell you.
We're with you on this.
I think I might have to. I don't care if I have to work from Epcot on their Wi-Fi.
We'll figure it out.
My day job. I need to figure it out.
I got a Wi-Fi. I got a hotspot.
I
We'll hook you
need
up.
to figure. Maybe I'll just sit out there, like outside that gate in case, just in the case
that it opens.
They let a few people in before the first.
Yeah.
We'll see.
It's so funny because she just got done saying we're not going to put anything besides running on the channel, and now we're...
Well, the 50th is a big deal.
It is a big deal.
That is a big deal.
It is a big deal. With Tron and that Guardians of the Galaxy ride that's been taking forever not opening, they got to have something, so they saved Ratatouille for it. So, yeah.
So that's our plans. Also, I'm not signed up yet, but I'm really interested to go to the Gasparilla Half Classic. I don't know if we'll run a 10K, a 15K, a half. I don't know. I'm not signed up, but there is a Run Disney Run Facebook group that I'm sure you guys have seen me in there. They are kind of doing a lot of stuff with them, and I'd love to come out there and meet some other Run Disney runners. So I'm hoping to get over there that weekend with Adam and some streaming along with that on Bayshore Boulevard. It's beautiful. Other than that, we're going to be doing something for Star Wars. I have some ideas, but
people are going to be wanting
yet.
to know if we're doing a live half for Star Wars.
Probably not. I love, love, love.
What about a 5K? We could live stream a 5K.
I could do like a 5K or 10K. Maybe we do like an hour, hour and a half.
Guys, my
maybe.
feet are killing me. The first time we did the half marathon, I don't know what it is about. I don't get blisters when I run, ever. Never gotten blisters running a marathon, half marathon, ever. And we did the dopey, and my feet were fine.
I know.
After we walked that marathon, I had a blister the size of like huge, covering my whole foot that just finally now, like a month and a half, is starting to go away. And then we did Princess, and the other side blistered up.
I don't know what's wrong with me.
I don't know if I can do any more half and full marathon walking for you guys.
Yeah. I don't know why he has so much struggles. We
Running,
walk around the parks.
fine. Running,
so
fine.
I don't know.
Walking, I don't know.
But
she's fine. She has no issues ever. She's a trooper.
Yeah. Well, I was in the inaugural Star Wars half, and it even though I'm not a huge Star Wars fan, like I'm not like over the top about it.
Mm-hmm.
It has a little special place in my heart.
I know.
And I'm kind of bummed about what they may do or may not do. So there's part of me that wants to run it, just to run it without being on camera. But
yeah, I want to run the half. We want to actually run the half.
Yeah, because what we've been doing is filming and then running.
Mm-hmm. And we have a half signed up for later this month. Or is it next month?
We do have a local half. In Claremont.
We had originally planned to do an Olympic length triathlon, but because of the shutdown, we just weren't able to find pools to train in to get proper training done. So we're gonna not try to drown.
Yeah.
And I think I could probably do it.
I can bike and run, but I was a little worried about some choppy waters out there.
Yeah, so we switched that over to a half marathon instead. And that should be fun.
Yeah, so we've got definitely one live race coming up. Mm-hmm. We probably be at Gasparilla, which isn't really a live race.
Oh, and there's an announcement coming tomorrow. One of the old Disney, Run Disney announcers is doing a live interview tomorrow morning with the Gasparilla race director. So if you're interested in Gasparilla, and if you even know what that is in Tampa, check that out. That'll probably be on Facebook tomorrow and run.
Yeah,
Run
9
Disney
a.m. Eastern.
Yeah,
so they're going to ask a lot of questions about like what does a race director have to think about? How do they prepare? How are they dealing?
And what are they thinking now? So I think if you're interested in about live races and what race directors think and feel about it, check that out tomorrow on Run Disney Run on Facebook, because that will probably have some pretty interesting information and some insight into what's going on, right?
Yeah. So, Adam, we have been on here for a while.
We have.
I think it is time to thank everybody.
Yes.
I think we just, again, want to express how amazing each one of you are. The subscribers on YouTube, the followers on Facebook, the Run Disney community. No matter how you're watching us and how you're using these videos, we are grateful for you. We see you. We enjoy hearing about all your accomplishments, because any foot out the door is an accomplishment in my eyes. So kudos to all of you, and we can't wait to spend the next year or more continuing to bring you guys great content about running and encouraging you guys with a Disney flair.
Exactly. So I'm sorry we don't have any like party favors for tonight. But I do want to remind everybody, we are going to make a Facebook thread at Run Disney Daily on Facebook for you all to leave some pictures. So please do that, because if we get enough, I can put a video together and we can play it live next week. Yeah. Which would be awesome. Yeah. I would love to do that. So please head on over to Facebook. We'll try to get that post up tomorrow, I think. Yeah. All right, everybody. Well, thank you so much for spending your Thursday evening with us. We hope everyone has a wonderful weekend coming up ahead. Friday feels like the weekend anyway. Yep. Right? It starts tomorrow at 5 p.m. So happy running and training to everybody. I know we're kind of approaching the end of the Run Disney season with Star Wars, but that doesn't mean your training has to stop. No. And we're going to be here. We don't stop. No. So we're going to be right here with you guys. So
congratulations, Adam, on 1 year.
Congratulations, Kristen. You did it.
You did it too.
All right.